Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today I got another vinyl update for you. So in this update here, I have a couple more recent releases that came through in the mail from orders I had late last year, also a couple new pickups as well, and I threw some other randoms in there for you. So I'm not going to waste much of your time here. I do have vinyl, I have one cassette, and I also have a CD. So yeah, let's get right into this. So starting things off here, I do have the debut album from 100 Gecs, 1000 Gecs. Yes, loved this album from last year. I thought it was a pretty mind-bending pop release. And this one here is a special press. This is the limited release. You see it's got a silver foil stamp there, and it is on a lovely translucent green vinyl, which is really, really cool. This one sold out pretty fast on their website, so I made sure to scoop that as soon as possible. I think the black issue that went up for sale is still available. I could be wrong about that. Love the artwork on here too on the inner sleeves. It's a little weird, kind of reminds me of their music videos. Next up here is one of my favorite records from Lightning Bolt. I have Wonderful Rainbow. Love this album. Really excited that it got a reissue because this was out of print and pretty difficult to track down here. And Thrill Jockey put together pretty cool packaging for this. It's got this like fold out sleeve here. It's kind of weird. It's got like the artwork and some stuff inside it wraps around. And the pressing itself is a rainbow colored splatter. Mine kind of came out like that. It's kind of cool though. It's got clear with all these streaks in it. Mine's mainly yellow, green, and blue. There's some pink in there, but I love the little guy on the labeling too. But really awesome noise rock album. I am hyped to get Hyper Magic Mountain in the mail. That one should be coming soon. Next up, a newer album that I scooped last week was the latest here from Cindy Lee, What's Tonight to Eternity. Pretty strange one. This album here, I really did enjoy though. I like the aesthetics and a lot of the sounds on here. I mean, it's very hollow, very ghostly, but just a standard black LP on this one. I do suggest this album. This is Patrick from Women, but this one here is kind of sounds like being stuck in the hotel from The Shining. Somebody made a soundtrack to it or something. Okay, moving along, the most recent one that's come in the mail for me was the newest from Slater, her debut mixtape over here. I like the production on this record. It's pretty heavy in spots. And as I said in my review of this mixtape here, she's kind of like Pornhub Britney Spears. I mean, how can you resist the cover? This one here is on a nice pink translucent press. Nice labeling. Matches that tanning bed on the cover pretty nicely. And next up, I got a couple releases of Igor. First off was the one that arrived first was my picture disc. The limited picture disc of Igor here. This one I believe was for sale for 24 hours if I'm remembering correctly. You know, pretty straightforward in this poly sleeve, which I'll probably take out eventually, but I like the image on the front there, Tyler with no mouth, looking all goofy. And I also got in the limited alternate cover art release as well. So got a different image there. There's your back. And it's a nice gatefold. You know, we got some lyrics, some credits. Nice little picture of Tyler there. Yeah, this one sold out pretty quick. I did like this record. This is arguably Tyler's best release. I mean, I kind of go back and forth with a couple of them. Depends on my mood. Here's the vinyl. It's a nice lime green. Like the labeling on this one too. It's pretty cool. And this one also came with a limited poster. And there were like 4 colors, I believe, that you got. It was randomly inserted. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show this whole thing on camera, but there it is. Your vote for Tyler poster. I got the pink one, which I was psyched about, so it matches the original album cover artwork. Okay, next up here, I picked up the latest album from King Cruel, Man Alive. I did enjoy this album quite a bit. I think it was really like the first King Cruel record that I really liked. For some reason, Archie's music never really connected with me before. This is the gatefold here, some cool pictures, but you know, on this one, there seemed to be a little bit more attention to detail in some of the melodies, and they connected with me, I suppose. So, but I really like this one. I tracked down the translucent red indie exclusive variant. This one wasn't too hard to find. You could probably pick it up in your local record store. And it wasn't too much either. This was like 20 bucks. Pretty good deal for this album. Really good release. Next up here, another order that came in kind of late that I grabbed last year is Only Cut Diamonds with Diamonds by Vegan, his debut. So really like this album here. Kind of like a more indie twist on Aphex Twin. This one has interesting packaging though. They shipped it in like just like a PVC sleeve like this, or poly sleeve, whatever the hell you call it. And there was no like protection on the vinyls, which is kind of concerning. But just black, standard here. Cool art direction as usual from Vegan. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer that it came packaged like this, honestly. I gotta track down a couple sleeves so this doesn't get ruined. But I do suggest this album is really great if you're into electronic music. And finishing up my batch of records here, I placed an order late last year with Polyvinyl Records, and they had a really good sale going on here. And I went kind of crazy filling out the rest of my Shu Shu collection. First up, I got Angel Guts. These are just some I didn't have. I'm a big Shu Shu fan here. This pretty depraved album if you are familiar, but one of the better Shu Shu albums. And this one was a limited silver pressing here. Again, feels really thick. Probably a 180 grammer on this one. Not 100% on that, but it was really cheap. I think this was like 8 or 12 bucks or something. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I also grabbed Forget, another Shu Shu record I just didn't have in my collection. Didn't pick this up when it originally came out for some reason. This one kind of had to grow on me. It's sort of an odd release. But this one's a lovely blue, sky blue marble color. Just, I mean, for 8 bucks, I mean, how can you not place that order? I also picked up Fabulous Muscles, an oldie but a goodie from Shu Shu. This is a nice little re-release here. It does have a pretty sweet gatefold on it. And if I'm remembering correctly, this is also a color vinyl. I think it's white. No, it's not, actually. This one is just a black vinyl. Nice labeling here. Haven't spun this one yet, so I can't really comment on how it sounds, but I imagine it's really good. And last up from that polyvinyl order here, not one of my favorite Shu Shu albums, but always, this was $4, plus like another 3 to ship it, so I just, you know, couldn't pass that deal up. Just a fantastic sale by the good people over at Polyvinyl. This one is the white record right here. Pretty simple labeling. But yeah, pretty hyped to fill out some more of my Shu Shu collection. And next up, I have one cassette for this update here. It's from an album that came out earlier this year that I really, really enjoyed. Highly suggest. Shai Obscura. Now this is like a really cool ambient release. Very relaxing, very, very dreamy, very mood inflicting. But I don't really want this to go overlooked by you guys. If you know you're interested in ambient music, definitely give this a look. It's a nice little purple shell cassette here. No labeling on it. There was only 20 of these. They're hand numbered. I got number 2, which is awesome. But definitely give this one a look if you are interested in ambient music. Really, really good stuff. And lastly, the lone CD in this update here came from a viewer, actually. Cosmic Coffin. This is a label out of Australia, and the head of the label was kind enough to send me along a copy for review. So I haven't listened to this yet, but I will be spinning it very soon, and there'll be a review coming out. But really, really awesome. Really cool that someone reached out and sent this over. Really excited to give this a listen. Sounds like it's going to be right up my alley. I am not 100%. I'm not familiar with all the artists on this compilation, but that's why I'm intrigued to check it out. And the cover art, whoo boy. I mean, I'm not really sure if I can really show this, but we'll block that part out. But it is like a man carrying a pig with a Pikachu head, and there's blood all over him. It is really weird. I don't really know what I'm getting myself into with this cover art here, but we'll be spinning that one very, very soon, so shout out to Cosmic Coffin. I'll leave a link down below to their Bandcamp so you guys can check them out. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this update here. I'm going to try and put these a little more regularly, going through some records that I've picked up over the past year, and then a couple more new ones along the way. And once I get through those, if you guys want, I'm going to go through my whole collection A to Z. So let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in something like that. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you drop a like down below. And if you want more content from me, more music reviews from me, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.